lessons and blessings. Stop calling it luck. Let me start with what I already know about you. Even though we haven't met, you are excellent at counting your lessons. Every hard thing you have ever been through, you've debriefed it. You found the takeaway. You extracted the learning. You named what you would do differently. That is a skill. Most leaders don't have it. You do. Here's the problem. You have a second column of receipts you almost never count. The capability you built in that hard year. The friend you made because of it. The clarity you forged in the fire. The version of you who walked out the other side sharper, steadier, harder to fool. And every time someone names what you built, you wave it off. You credit timing. You call it lucky. You say it was the team. You don't call it what it was. This is Foresight. And today, we're going to do something I think you have been avoiding for a long time. We're going to count the harvest out loud, without apology. Stop calling it luck. What you were told. Somebody trained you to extract the lessons without claiming the wins. Probably more than one somebody. The culture taught it to women everywhere. Be teachable. Be humble. Never let people think you're proud of what you've survived. Pride was vanity. Self-credit was bragging. Acknowledging what you forged in your own fire was unattractive. So you learned to talk about hard chapters in a very specific way. You named what they taught you. You did not name what they built in you. That habit is costing you more than you know. Because when you refuse to count what you forged, you go into the next hard chapter without an inventory of your own equipment. You walk into the next storm believing you are starting from zero, when in fact, you are standing on a foundation made of every previous storm you survived. You are leading with half a record. The receipts you won't count. Let me read some of them back to you. Not because they're generic, because you'll recognize yourself in at least one of them. The year your career fell apart and you came back leaner, more selective, and twice as discerning about who you let close to your work. The relationship that ended, and somewhere in the wreckage, You reclaim parts of yourself you had been negotiating away for years. The team that betrayed you, and you walked out of that experience with a pattern recognition skill that has saved you from 3 other bad situations since the diagnosis, and the way it forced you to finally protect your time, your energy, and your no. The loss you barely talk about, and the death it gave your leadership. The way it made you actually listen when other people grieve. None of that was luck. None of that was timing. None of that was the team. That was you. That was the work you did when nobody was watching. That was the cost you paid and refused to let go to waste. Claim it. A word for the women carrying the heavy load. I need to be careful here, because I am not asking you to be grateful for what hurt you. I am not telling you to find the silver lining. I am not asking you to forgive anyone or to spin trauma into a TED Talk. That is not what this is. If you are a marginalized woman in leadership, you have been served the spiritual bypass talk too many times. Everything happens for a reason. God doesn't give you more than you can handle. What's for you won't miss you. Spoken by people who never had to carry what you carried. So, hear me. What you built in response to harm is not a gift from people who harmed you. It is the harvest you forged from soil they salted. The capability you grew in a fire you did not start. The wisdom you earned in classrooms you were not invited to. Nobody gave it to you. You built it from scratch while they watched. Refusing to count that is not humility. It is theft. You are stealing from yourself the credit you would freely give to any other woman who had done the same thing. Stop. Count it. It is yours. Leadership impacts. Here's what happens when you start claiming the harvest instead of deflecting it. You make decisions from a fuller inventory. You stop white-knuckling new situations because you remember what you've already survived and what you've built doing it. The next hard thing stops feeling like the first time fall. It starts feeling like one more chapter in the record that already includes you winning. Your team feels the difference too. There is a particular kind of steadiness in a leader who knows what she's made of. Not arrogance, not performance. Lived, earned, claimed certainty about her own capacity. People follow that. They settle around it. And the women coming behind you learn something they almost never see modeled. They learn that it's allowed to claim what you built. That a woman can name her own growth without apologizing for it. That I did that is a sentence you are allowed to say out loud. Most of them have never heard a woman they respect say it. You can be the first. One thing from my own life. 39 years with the Army Corps of Engineers. For a long time, people asked me how I built the career I built. I deflected. I said I was lucky. I said I had good mentors. I said I happened to be in the right place. All of it true. None of it the whole truth. The whole truth includes what I did. The mornings I showed up when I did not want to. The standards held when it cost me. The relationships I rebuilt after they broke. The voice I kept using in the rooms designed to silence it. The version of myself I refused to let the organization rename. Luck did not do that. I did. It took me decades to learn how to say that without flinching. I want to save you some of those decades. If a man with your record described his career, what would he say? Now go say that about yours. Reflection. Pause with me. I want you to think about something you built in response to a hard chapter. Not the chapter itself, what you built in response to it. A capacity, a relationship, a clarity, a boundary, a voice, a version of you who could not have existed before that chapter and is the one reading these words right now. I want you to do something uncomfortable. Say to yourself, quietly in your head or out loud, if you can manage it, I built that. Not it happened. Not I was lucky. Not the universe gave me that. I built that. Notice if it feels difficult. Notice if your instinct is to soften it, quantify it, qualify it, share the credit. That instinct is the thing we are dismantling today. Try the sentence again. Let it be yours. The foresight. Here's what comes next when you stop deflecting the harvest. You walk into the next hard chapter, and there will be a next one with a complete inventory of who you are. Not a partial one, a whole record. Every previous storm, every previous build, every previous version of yourself you forged out of difficulty. That changes what you choose. That changes what you tolerate. That changes how long you stay in rooms that don't deserve you. That changes the speed at which you exit situations that would have held you for years before you knew your own strength. The leader who has counted her harvest does not negotiate her worth. He knows the numbers. Final thought and a question. You are not bragging when you name what you built. You are not arrogant. You are not unattractive. You are simply refusing to keep stealing from yourself the credit you earned. Stop calling it luck. Luck is what they call women's achievements when they don't want to admit how much it cost her to make it look easy. Here's the question I'll leave you with. What did you build in response to your hardest chapter? What did you build in response to your hardest chapter that you have never given yourself permission to take credit for? Sit with that. Then claim it out loud in writing to one person who will not let you take it back. You built that. It was never luck. That was foresight. I see you. I'll see you next time.